Silverado from Chevrolet with the steely-eyed front end that will surely grab your attention. Space, comfort, and convenience all found in its accommodating interior with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi makes communicating simple. The new Silverado is mostly steel, unlike Ford, who went with aluminum for better fuel mileage. The Silverado gets you 22 mpg on highway and a stronger truck. The all-new Chevrolet Silverado will still be the most dependable, longest-lasting truck you will ever own. Tri-Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Princeton.
It's time for the DT and Gator Show on 1580 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at
1580 103.3 WPKY. Good morning. Time is 8:13. It's 48. I am joined this morning by my guest, Harrell Riley from HR Ministries. Good morning, Harrell.
Good morning. Good to be here with you.
Thank you.
And no, I don't know anything about sports, so we'll get back with DT and them later, and those guys will take care of you when they get here.
Somebody scheduled the wrong thing in there, and I didn't catch it.
That's all right.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yes, ma'am. We are glad to be here and grateful for you being down here and the new owners. So thank you for giving us the liberty to share what's going on.
Yes, well, I'm not one of the new owners. I'm just one of the I get paid to be here.
Amen.
I don't have to.
I don't
have to pay the bills. Yeah. I get the bills. So
somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, but so you're here to talk to us about the backpack program this morning, yes?
Yes, ma'am. HR Ministries had the privilege of being a part of a program, and we will be distributing several backpacks throughout this Christmas season. We, as we do that, what that means is those backpacks have been filled with toys, with school supplies, and with some food supplies. And the 19th, which is next Wednesday at Joseph Storage Bin, we want to invite anybody who has a family or a group of folks that may be in need to come down and see us and visit with us. We have those backpacks available. We'll go through a process of registering those people and being sure that we can accommodate them and get them a backpack for kids. And that's for folks basically from the age of 3 to 16. So if you know a group of people, whether that's a family or someone that you're related to, connected to, come down and see us, bring them down, whatever the case may be. We have some folks that'd like to meet with them. There'll be a video presentation going on, the greatest story ever told, and some snacks for the kids. And after we give a video away and give them the backpack, they're welcome to leave. Now, we're actually having a special sale that day. We had the privilege of having some box crates come in with brand new items. Those items will be very lowly priced. And so if you're out there and you're thinking about Christmas and thinking, well, I just can't do anything good for Christmas this year, you can. Come down to Joseph Storage Bin. There's some very gently used toys down there that you might purchase, as well as there's also opportunity for new stuff that you can buy. It may not be much. It may be a brand new picture frame, that kind of thing. But you can give somebody a Christmas gift, and if there are kids involved, we want to put those backpacks in people's hands. They might use them under the tree for Christmas morning. They might want to give them to them that day, whatever the case may be, but they need to come down and see us so we can identify who they are and get those backpacks out.
Okay, so I have a bunch of questions then.
All right, let her rip.
First of all, the backpack program, how did that get started?
Well, the backpack program is part of the Mississippi River Ministries, and it's they're gathered from all over. These that we have with us came from Alabama. So there are people similar to the shoebox program, but it's focused here on the United States that get groups of churches together, and they pack those backpacks. We actually picked up almost 500. Now we're using them in different areas at the prisons, jails, and other stuff, but because we have an excess of them, we want to help and support here in the community. But what happens is the church will get 10 or 12 of them. They will put their own flavor of what's in there. Like I said, there are toys, there are craft items, there are food items, there are school supplies in them. They pack those packs full, and then they bring them to us, and then we find ways to distribute them. And our goal in distributing them is to share the gospel.
Okay. All right. My next question for those of us who aren't familiar with it, what is Joseph Storage Bin?
Joseph Storage Bin.
And where?
Joseph Storage Bin is right downtown, 126 West Main, our new building. We started 10 years ago as a thrift store. Out of the sales in that thrift store, which is very minimal, which is quarter, 50 cents, dollar for clothing and other items, we use those funds to help support programming here in the community, as well as help with benevolence and other special needs that come up, and we use it also for community service and opportunities to help people get on their feet that need support.
Okay.
So,
how did that get started? Were you part of starting that?
Yes, ma'am. HR Ministries 10 years ago, with the needs of people that were coming with benevolence to our ministry, and I would say semi-homeless folks that have come, and difficulties with, like I said, benevolence with electric bills and other things. We were looking for an avenue to help. Also, with what we do at the prisons and the jails and Job Corps, folks come to programming, they do right things, and then they're left in the gap. They need a job, they need an opportunity to get their feet on, and so we use that store to make that avenue happen. So 10 years ago, partnered with the county, we opened the store. What I mean by that is they gave us a lease that gave us a building for free. It's blossomed from that, and so people make donations of lightly used goods, whether it's household goods, clothing, furniture, and that's used. The finances made off of that is used to help support those issues I just mentioned.
So anyone can shop there?
Yes, ma'am. Anybody can shop there. Anybody can donate there. And if you're looking for a place to volunteer and participate, we need volunteers. But basically what it does is it gives it back to the community. So we're engaging people in what's happening. We're enabling folks to help others in the process, and we're encouraging people to be a part of helping their neighbor by doing what we're doing.
And what are the hours?
9 to 5. On that day in particular, we're going to be open 9 to 5 that Wednesday. Wednesday is normally a short day of 9 to 1, but that day 9 to 5. All the rest of the time that we're open Monday through Friday is 9 to 5.
Okay, so just Monday through Friday, no
we're
weekend.
Open on Saturday 9 to 1. But because of that day, we're going to stay open the whole day for backpack distribution and hope that people come out and participate. And as I said, I want people to catch this too. We have some warehouse items that were given to us that will be for sale that day. And so if you really are struggling with wanting to buy somebody something good for Christmas and you don't have a lot of money, there's some opportunity there to do that. And that money is going to go back to helping the community. So, you know, for a very, very pennies on the dollar, you can come get something new to give away for Christmas, and it might help you, just feel a little bit better about the Christmas cheer and what's going on and help your family. So basically it's a day to let folks know that we're interested and concerned to them at Christmas. The greatest gift we've ever been given is Jesus Christ, and I know that gift giving is a part of the Christmas season. So if you need help with that, come down, and with the kids, so that some of them can have something under the tree. If nothing else, they have a brand new backpack for Christmas. It'll have some toys and stuff. We don't really know what they have in them because every one of them is absolutely different and unique. They're identified by age and identified by gender. So little girls get little girls, little boys get little boys, but it'll have something in there different for each kid. So they're not identical.
Do we need to sign up first, did you say, to get
Come down and
backpack?
sign in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll sign in, and then somebody sit down and identify the backpacks and get them to you and go out the door.
Okay. How many backpacks are available?
Quite a few. Until we get done with the next program, I don't know for sure, but I think we'll have plenty.
Okay.
We started out with almost 600, so we've
Okay.
already been doing some programming, and this one's particular for this community. So just come down, and I promise you, if you got a need, we'll figure out how to get it taken care of.
How to fill it. And I love that you what you said earlier about going and you can do your Christmas shopping, but not only are you helping your need to give the gift to whomever you're trying to give a gift to, you're also helping local families that need help.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
It's a win-win.
Yes, ma'am. It's a win-win for everybody, and there'll be some folks down there. And even if you don't need a backpack, let me say this. During this season, it's a time for some with depression, other things. If you've got a need, concern, that day there are going to be several folks around that serve with HR Ministries. If you need to talk to somebody, come down and see us, because we'll be happy to see what's going on and just love on you in the process of what's going on with Christmas, because it is supposed to be a season of joy and love, and so we just want to encourage folks.
Okay, so we talked about Joseph's Storage Bin. Now tell me about HR Ministries.
Well, it's a busy season. HR Ministries, of course, has been around for a long time, and grateful for those who just came out and helped support the concert that we had. We in this season will Saturday evening be having. I mean tonight. This is Friday actually. Our annual party for the officers at the prisons, which those children will get gifts and their families be encouraged as they're there, as well as we have McCracken County that we'll be going to this week. We have a party for students. We have over 100 kids from Job Corps that don't have a home, so they've stayed behind, and we'll be having a Christmas party for them. So there's a lot going on in the mix. We're going to close out the year on the 28th, so our offices will be closed. If folks want to support and encourage what's going on, be mindful of that. But other than that, it's a regular program with 29 prison facilities and jails and rehabs, as well as the 3 Job Corps, plus what's going on downtown and all the other things that we find ourselves in the middle of sometimes.
Now, so you said office hours are going to be closed. Where is HR Ministries? What kind of office hours do they have?
Well, since you asked it, we have an office in the county out on Highway 293, but as you all know, we purchased the building downtown, and we're currently in the middle of rehabbing and remodeling upstairs, so hopefully by mid part of winter or first of spring, we'll actually have our offices downtown upstairs in 126 to better serve the community in that process. But we have a staff that's out at our office out there at the warehouse that helps us keep everything rolling, from moving from jail to jail and all the other things that are going on. So right here in the middle of Caldwell County.
And how did you get involved in HR Ministries?
Well, that's a long story. I'm the director.
Okay.
We started 18 years ago. I was a youth pastor here in this area and resigned, and God was directing me towards what he wanted done. And out of the Experiencing God mode, I got an invitation to go to Job Corps in Morganfield, Kentucky. That is a placement where my father and mother both worked when I was a small child. My grandfather was a preacher. My dad was an alcoholic. And out of the residue of life, God called me to ministry to serve. And so he opened that door. And from there, experientially, we've had invitation to these other avenues. We've not asked to go anywhere else. And God's just continually opened the door. Open opportunity for a program called Malachi Dads and Rubies for Life in the prisons. And matter of fact, we have several teams from all over the country that come in from different places to serve with us. One of them today will be coming from Alabama to help us with the program we got going on this weekend. And then because of the prison sessions that we have another team that's coming this summer from another part of Alabama, probably with 60, 70 folks. And so all those things tie together, and they're all about sharing the gospel. And so we just kind of direct all that. And since it's the first time you've met me, many of those that are listening, here's what I normally tell folks. I feel like I'm a fishing guide. God showed us where to go fishing to be fishers of men. I want to share with folks, show with them, and help them along the way. And then we hope that they go back wherever they came from and go fishing themselves. That's right. Teach them how to fish, right? Yes, ma'am.
And so you said 18 years you've been with HR Ministries.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you just said? And I think I heard you kind of went fast there, but I think I heard you got started just through your ministry, that you just felt like you needed to do more.
Yes, ma'am. I go fast because you didn't tell me how long I had, because I can talk forever. So I want to try to get it all in there.
No, that's fine. I was trying to keep up.
Yes, ma'am. It's as you hang out with us, it's multifaceted, and if you're going to be here in Princeton at WPKY, you're going to see me quite a bit. We actually have a concert every year called SummerSlam downtown, and there's a lot of promotion from that. This will be our 10th year with it, and so we want people to understand that what we're doing is a reaction to what God's already doing. We don't formulate these. It's just like the backpacks. We didn't really plan on getting involved in backpacks downtown, but God opened the door with the excess that we have, and we want to meet the needs that are here. And so out of that, if you will, a new program has been birthed to meet some of the needs here in the community. So partnering with other folks is our goal, encouraging folks in the kingdom. And so our hope is that people will hear the message of what Christmas is really all about, that they will understand that the greatest gift that you can receive is not the backpack or other stuff that people are giving away, but receiving the gospel of Jesus Christ, receiving what Christ has done for us. And so we just want to plug into people's lives.
Now, you spoke of the concert. Was that
Yes, ma'am.
That was the New Song concert, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It was a great concert, and we're grateful that the radio helped us promote that.
Mm-hmm. And now I know we've reported on that, but just in case somebody missed that story, tell us how that went.
There was about 450 guests there, along with the rest of the folks that come to serve and help. We raised over $5,000, and our family was blessed in that. I shared with Tori, who helped generate that process through a telephone call that was made by New Song to us. They called in and offered to come, and had a blessed time with them. And about 2 months ago is when all that started. And as you all know, when our daughter passed away in the car wreck, it was very difficult and still is. Pray for those who have lost folks this year during Christmas. But in that process, we were kind of excited. It gave some encouragement in what was going on. And but Tuesday last week, I was feeling like this is not a good idea. I don't really want to be there. It's kind of hard.
Okay.
Revisiting some things, but we showed up Friday night. People came out and loved on us, and more than anything, it wasn't a revisit of tragedy. It was a celebration of the gospel and Jesus Christ. And New Song did a fantastic job. We had community people playing drums. We had a little boy, last name Reynolds, whose daddy everybody knows, Justin, who got to sing with New Song, and some things happened just to draw the community together, and we were blessed.
And I think, and I've said that since I've been here, I'm new to the community, but I've seen how this community comes together and how this community supports and shows their support. And, I think that's a lot of why they were there, is to support your family
yes,
and
ma'am.
to support the cause. And were you the one that organized the scholarship fund, or did somebody else get that started?
No, our board of directors, and there's a long story behind that in a sense. As you all know, we are blessed by support from here, and many people are connected to us because of ministry, nothing more, nothing less. And when the tragedy happened, several people wanted to be sure we were okay, and so they offered. And God has a unique way in His economy of taking care of people financially. Some things happened we didn't even know were going to happen, and so the burden of finances for a funeral and other thing was taken care of. So there were still people asking our board members, Tori and Jenny and other people, what could be done, and so they had it in their heart and mind to do something with that. So they came and asked us. And the funny thing about it was how God works is, it birthed in my heart already, is I wanted to do something to honor her. And so when they brought the scholarship up, it was already active in our hearts. And so we said yes, and out of that, shortly thereafter, a day later, I got a card from, New Song was here 2 weeks before my daughter died. We got a card in the mail from New Song saying they were praying for us. Russ Lee, one of their leaders, anything they could do. And so I just shared that as a word of encouragement to Tori and Jenny, and it just burst from that. But the scholarship itself came out of the persistence of people to say they wanted to support and encourage and help us. And so we wanted to turn that into something that would bless multiple people and honor the memory of my daughter. And so the board decided to do that. We as a family approved and said, yes, that would be fine to do. We're good with that. And so here we go. And so we really feel like there'll be at least 2 scholarships given away even this year. And then some strategic things are being done to put money in place to be sure that we can continue to do that time after time.
And it's my understanding when they set this up, it's specifically for non-traditional students.
Yes, ma'am. And the reason for that is my daughter was definitely non-traditional. She had already got a cosmetology degree. She was back for radiography. She was very artistic, very related to interpersonal communication, cameras, all kinds of things, photography. And so there are folks out there that don't plug in the norm, but they are normal, and that was my daughter. And so they're looking for an avenue for school. It may be that they're going back again. It may be that they're a child of a preacher. It may be that they're a child of a missionary. But the case is this: they need financial assistance to go back and do what they're doing. And so we want to focus on technical school, crafts, on arts, those kind of things. And so there'll be an application process and some other things going on, but it will lend towards, in particular, those that are in those areas who have financial need to get it done.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's great because you don't see a lot of financial support options for the non-traditional
Yes, ma'am.
students. I mean, if you want to go to college, there are a lot of opportunities to
Yes, ma'am.
get grants and things.
Well, and I'll say this, and I hope that people grab a hold of this in their spirit, in their gut, and that is this. One of the reasons we focused on that is our family has been well blessed, and I could sit here and talk for hours about the ways that God has made provision. And sometimes it's because of other people, it's because of circumstances, but God always wants to provide. And if we'll go about what we're doing to encourage one another, people will be able to get done what they're supposed to. So my children, we've not struggled with school, we've not struggled with finances. We don't have a lot of money, and there are a lot of people out here who don't have a lot of money, but God's economy can take care of it. So when you put your trust in the Lord and do what he says to do, he'll take care of it. And we want to be a part of one of God's tools to do that, to help people go do whatever God's asked them to do. And I believe that the scholarship will honor the Lord first and foremost in that, but honor my daughter because of that. And so we are thankful. And I'm as I sit here, I am thankful for those that supported that. They support everything that we do in ministry, and in particular, just a shout out to Tori and Jenny for taking the lead in that. And there are folks that are genuine about supporting and encouraging other people, and you need those folks in your life.
Right. Well, Harrell, look, I'm glad. Thank you so much. I know
Yes, ma'am.
that the memory is still raw, and I appreciate you opening up and talking to us about
Yes,
that
ma'am.
a little bit today. And appreciate what you're doing for the backpack program. I'm going to choke up. I have kids too. I've not lost one, but anyway, we'll move on. And
Yes, ma'am.
so we've got another guest. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the backpack program?
Misty, we're just grateful for Miss Mann and everybody who takes care of the radio program down here, and thankful that they're still engaged in the community. And I would say this: don't forget Wednesday from 9 to 5, 126 West Main at Joseph Storage Bin. If you've got somebody, maybe it's your family particular, but maybe you know somebody, encourage them. Sometimes when there is a little bit of frustration and shame during this season, sometimes people need to be nudged, and so we can minister to them if you'll do that. So if you know somebody's in need, just nudge them, tell them to come down, and we'll be happy to serve them.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Harrell.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Shannon Blosser will be with us in just a few moments from Ogden Memorial to talk to us about some things going on there.
It's the holiday sales event at Ford. It's a big deal, and we're busy making preparations to get you the best deals of the year. Because unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. At Ford, ours are built in real factories, where pickup trucks come with best-in-class towing and payload, where SUVs are built with available